Hello, welcome to Pop Along RC. I'm Mark, he's Carl.
And today we are back talking about these two fantastic Team Associated buggies. Now, we've got the RB10 Ready-To-Run, comes in a box with everything you need. However, we've had to do a little bit of work on this. I say we, I've done nothing. It's been you. So what have you been up to recently?
Well, I recorded it yesterday. Let's roll it.
All done now. Electrics went in yesterday. I soldered the ESC in and also the motor went in beautifully without any hitches, without any problems. I also managed to get the radio gear sorted out. I've done the end points. I've done the exponential as best as I think that it'll be. And the car is now ready to race.
Okay then, so our cars are pretty much ready to hit the track now. Where should we go?
Well, I have been looking around. There's lots of places that are very busy and quite booked up. But there is one place that I managed to squeeze us both into, and that was, do you want to hear it?
Go on then.
It was Sough Electric Model Car Club. Yeah, so we're going to go there.
So I will be running the RB10 Ready-To-Run car. Now, this is a cracking car for the money.
Yeah.
But some of the cars we're running against aren't going to be as cheap as this. There's going to be some serious kit there.
There is going to be some serious kit there. It's going to be interesting to see that one go. Are you expecting, I mean, what are you expecting from that?
I want to get it round.
Okay, well, there you go.
I want it to handle all right. I want it to stay in one piece.
That'd be nice.
And I don't want to come last.
Fine, all right. Well, I think that's the challenge we should set ourselves then, is not to come last.
Yeah,
How about that?
What about you? Because your car's a little bit higher spec than this.
But, and it's a big but, I haven't raced off-road cars indoors ever, right? And I have raced off-road cars, but it was 35 years ago, thereabouts.
I think you'll be all right.
Well,
it's got a reputation, this car. It's amazing.
That's what I've heard.
Anyway, let's roll the footage of our day at Sough Electric Model Car Club.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Is that what you've got?
Yeah, it's my beginner buggy. I'm turning up like a beginner with my box.
You really are. That is it. It's just as well I come prepared. I've got some tools.
Yeah, but you're running a pro kit and I'm running a Ready-To-Run. So I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Car's out. I'm all ready to rock and roll. Mark's getting his stuff ready now. Yeah, look at this. This is our first outing for our Team Associated cars. How are you getting on, boss?
Do you know what? I actually really enjoyed that. I'm not very good. I thought I'd be better. But it's like nothing we've done, isn't it?
I know.
I didn't come last. So. How did you get on?
Do you know what? I had a fantastic time. Driverability.
Yeah.
When you sign into this club, you put your driverability down. I did put, I think, a fair driverability for me. 5 out of 10. That's fair.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what I didn't allow for is the fact that my car's probably considerably slower than every other car that I'm racing against. So I am a little bit slower than most in my heat. I could probably done with being down one heat, to be fair. But this car...
It didn't look out of place. I couldn't get any footage because I was marshalling.
You were marshalling, so hopefully we'll be split later on and we'll get some footage of this car going round. I've got a bag of batteries, like so, and I don't have to charge, don't have to do anything.
It's quite a relaxing night for you.
Literally just...
Mate, I'm charging one set of cells.
You look a lot more stressed than I do. I'm just having a great time.
Oh no, I'm enjoying it.
what is this? We got a Schumacher.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a Schumacher, this.
It does from the front.
Let's have a look. Oh yeah.
LD2.
Yeah, LD2.
Yeah. You've got the logo. Wheel speed RF2 conversion.
Wow, that is a nice piece of kit.
Gearbox, shock towers and stuff. There.
Qualifying done, finals about to start. Let's go see some more action.
Yeah. Off-road racing I haven't done since I was about 12. This is the first time in like however many years. I'm nervous. Am I going to make myself look stupid? It could happen, couldn't it?
It could, it could. Let's go see. Race over, packing down time now. How'd you get on, boss?
Yeah, I did all right. I enjoyed that. I think there's loads more in the car. I could have changed a load of things, but I just wanted to get round, you know? So next time, make a few little tweaks, but yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed it?
I've had a great time, so definitely be coming back. I'll tell you what, the standard of driving there, that was not a club meet.
No, that was of a very high standard, wasn't it?
Some of the best driving I've ever seen.
Yeah, there was one guy there, Lee Martin, I think his name was. Did you see his car go?
It was like Scale Electrics.
Certainly was. In fact, didn't we get some footage of that race?
I'll tell you what, I've got the first couple of minutes of the A final, so let's have a little look at those guys in action.
So we've got Lee Martin, European champion, multiple times. Good old Nathan Rouse on the 2 spot, who's also had quite a few good championships under his belt. You got Yasser Mugel, my son, in 3. You got Ollie Natris, a great young car show driver coming up. He's in the 4. And they're off, and it's a reasonably clean start. There goes Lee Martin, out round the back of the track over the rollers, into the tabletop section. Got Nathan Rouse holding on to his coattails. Looks like there's been an error further back, so Ollie Natris up to the 3 spot. There he goes, now the far end of the track. Over into the tabletop for another lap. There they go. Everybody loves a bit of slippy on a track.
So there you have it, our first outing of the Team Associated RB10 and the Team Associated B6.4.
Yeah.
Which one should we start with?
Let's start with this one. Do you know what? I actually did quite well. I surprised myself. I came first. I polled the C final, just missed out on the B, and I won it, which I was really happy with.
You were so clean in that
Yeah,
final.
I just thought to myself, stay on the wheels, stay on the wheels. I was really thoroughly impressed with this car. Being, as I said earlier, I haven't raced off-road cars for about 35 years, so I was super stoked with that performance. In terms of the car, what a car, what a car. I set this car up to the specifications that were in the manual, and it was a really good starting point. I did find it was understeering. So a couple of the guys there told me to cut the rear wing down, and when I looked at everybody else's car, that's what they did as well. The theory being, as it's going fast, it pushes the rear down, and therefore the front comes up, and you lose your steering. So I did that. I checked the ride height out on it. I took that down to about 14mm, which is what they suggested. And the front shocks, I stood inwards to give me a bit more grip on the front as well. And do you know what?
It was getting better and better, wasn't it?
It was getting better and better and better. And the next time we go, I will keep chipping away. As you do, when you get a new car, you just chip away, didn't you? It takes normally, the touring car journey we've just done, that took a good month of racing, a good month of racing to tweak it, tweak there, and then it was dialed in, and it's pretty much as good as I think I'm going to get it. But this thing, fantastic. What a car. I would thoroughly recommend that. If you're going to get into some high class racing and you want a decent car, this is the one to go with, I'd say.
Definitely. But if you are on a limited budget, or you're new to the hobby and you kind of fancy a go indoor carpet racing and you don't really want to spend that sort of money, the RB10. I mean,
yeah, I watched it and it did not look out of place on the track.
I kind of had to rely on clean lines and
you did, yeah,
and staying out of trouble. But because the top end speed wasn't there, was it?
The top end speed was definitely not there, and it was lolling around a bit. So I would probably suggest, obviously, making it quicker just by changing the pinion.
That's the first step.
That's the first step. It's a cheap step because
looking at about £5 for a pinion.
Yeah,
so
but we've got a whole rack
of them anyway.
So for us, it's free.
But for a newbie who's got this car and they've just bought it, and you want to make a quick upgrade, change the pinion. Check the temperature of your motor as you go to make sure it's not overheating, because the motor was coming off cold, wasn't it?
Yep.
So there's definitely
room for manoeuvre.
Definitely, something can be done there. So that might be the first step with this car. Performance-wise and handling around the track, I was actually really happy with how it was going around. Yeah. Often that is the case when you're running a slightly slower car. It's not putting as much stress and strain as it goes around the corners, so therefore it's going to behave a little bit better for you. But for a beginner who maybe hasn't got the speed and the reflexes to have a silly fast car like that one, this is absolutely ideal. I did crash. I made a few crashes. I've made a few mistakes.
I think we both did.
I was trying this, obviously when the faster cars were coming through, you try to get out of the way to let them come through without causing too much of an issue. But you know what? I'm super impressed with this car.
So, teething problems
with this?
Yes. Did you have any? You did have some teething problems, didn't you?
It wasn't a teething problem as such.
No, it was a stupid problem.
Stupid moment. So, in the video, you should just watch. You see me hold up my big batch of batteries and say, "I've got loads of batteries," and then I put them down and I actually put an old battery back in the car. So I went out and my lipo dumped.
Yeah, it did. That's not the first time you've done that, is it?
No.
And then one time you forgot your transponder, and you keep doing things. Because you're getting old, isn't it?
Possibly, possibly. But do you know what? Fantastic time.
Yeah.
And we've got to say a massive thank you to Sam at the club. And in fact, all the guys there that came over and helped us out, spoke to us, giving you advice. Who's the bloke who got his nuts out for you?
There was a guy that got his nuts out for me. So I went round the track, right, in practice, and the second lap, the front wheel just come rolling off. Now, thankfully, I haven't got any footage of that, and only one person saw it. And the one person that saw it was Nathan. Nathan Rules. If you're in the off-road scene, you probably know who he is. And do you know what? It literally rolled into his pit area, and he picked it up, saw me, and he said, "Do you want one of my nuts?"
There you go.
And I said, "If you don't mind." So if you're watching, Nathan, thanks for one of your nuts. I'll give you a nut back when I next see you. That was the beginning of this journey. Now, where we end up next, who knows? I don't know where we'll end up next, but it will be some indoor off-road club somewhere.
We've got a few clubs that we've reached out to. We've got a couple of clubs that we're definitely going to visit. Hopefully we can tag on to some of these winter series because they look pretty good, don't they?
They do look good, yeah.
They're very popular, very busy, but if you don't get in early, you might struggle to get a spot. So there's lots more to come from these cars.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please be sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and of course,
smash the old ding dong bell, and we'll see you again soon.